Hiya. Now, just 2 slides on this final part of the lecture. This first slide is acknowledgements, and the second slide is only blurb about me. Okay, so let's just look at this lot. My acknowledgements are: first of all, You Are the Placebo, a book by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he's pushing the boat out here with how can I explain, energy healing by self-hypnosis and by meditation. And I based most of my guided meditation section of this lecture on it, right? When I say based, I mean it's loosely based in a lot of senses, except the structure very much the same. The tone is very much the same. The rhythm is very much the same. Very much copied, and some of the words are very much the same, right? There are some sections in there that nobody says better than Joe Dispenza, to be perfectly honest with you. It's not the first book I've read of his. Practically worship the ground the man walks on. Now, so that's, I've got to acknowledge that he is really instrumental, basically, in the guided meditation component of this. Now, I'm not saying that it wasn't right. I was taught meditation. I was taught self-hypnosis way back when I was a child. But of course, these are internet resources that are very available to you. So if you go and buy the book, and if you go and buy the guided meditation, okay, and imitate it, you will be doing what I can do now. Imitate it. I listen to his meditation every night when I go to sleep. Every night of my life now, I use this mind energy development system that he's using. Okay, now we move then on to Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, the thing is, this was published in 1935, in the days of the terrible recession. Okay, and Napoleon Hill was the protege of Andrew Carnegie, the richest man in the world at the time. Okay, and this kid, right, he came here as a child. He got to America as a child from Scotland, and he took with him his mastermind group of secret invisible friends for company on the boat, for example, and he was going over there, and for company when he got there as an immigrant, right? But of course, by the time he grew to an adult, these secret invisible friends, they've grown with him, and they become specialists in this, and they become specialists in that, and they become specialists in the other, right? And he never made a decision without them. And this is why he ended up as the richest man in the world, or at least he attributed to them, right? But now then, so that's really the point. There is that there's nothing unusual about having secret invisible friends. This book of Napoleon Hill's became an absolute classic in terms of teaching personal development growth. Okay, it actually spawned a new industry in America, and the result is the book is taught all over the world. So now we've got millions of people all using secret and invisible friends to help them cope with life, to help them cope with their decision-making processes. Right, so there's no harm in adults having it, in us having it, when we're trying to, heck, all we're trying to do is stop ourselves killing ourselves. What better way to, what better function is there for these secret invisible friends to save your life, you? Okay, so that's why I've included there. Now, The How of Happiness is another extraordinary book. Now, Dr. Sonia Lieber-Mursky is a psychology professor in California, and she studied happiness all her life. And the thing is that what she's found is there are 12 aspects of life that you can actually work on to raise your happiness quotient. And she's found that we are only using 60% of our capability for happiness. 60%. That means there's a 40% dollop of happiness sitting there waiting for us to find out to get hold of it, how to touch it. Right, so she teaches you how to take 4 of these aspects, okay, work on them for a while, okay, and pump your happiness quotient up. Right, I did this. I crammed the book for a special course way back just after I retired. I crammed it because I just wanted to attend the course. It was called Optimum Living. It's Brian Johnson's Optimum Living. It's part of the Theos program. Now, so I crammed the book, and by the time the course started, my God, was I happy. I couldn't believe how happy I was. I was whistling every single day of my life. I was so happy, right? So happy. Then, anyway, we moved then on to another extraordinary book, right? Synchrodestiny by Dr. Deepak Chopra. It's also known as The Spontaneous Fulfillment of Desire. Now, desire, I shouldn't be thinking, right? I shouldn't be thinking about desire in those terms. Desire, I didn't want any desire for sex. I didn't want desire for fame. I didn't want desire for fortune. All I ever desired was a better life. Less suicide ideation. That's all I want. That's the only desire. Now the thing is this, that because I had had this aversion to things like the word desire, and driven into me by my overly religious parents, I would add, and I had this barrier to ever wanting, forever desiring anything. So I had to overcome this, and so I had to actually do exercises to overcome them. And the exercise I did was to read the book and follow the practice examples and exercises that Deepak Chopra recommended. Well, after 3 months of this, I was more than happy. Right? I was on cloud 9, day in, day out. I was talking to the trees. I was talking to the clouds. Right? I was talking to the skies. I was talking to the stars. Right? I used to fly to the other side of the cosmos in my mind every morning before breakfast. Right? It's a 2-hour meditation I was doing, right? And it was extraordinarily mind-boggling. And it required A, calling down your secret invisible friends. B, putting the hand on the head and saying, be still, be still, be still, be still. And then asking the secret friends to stay with you and discuss this, that and the other. And to do the exercise with you. And the exercises, there are 7 days in the week. So there are 7 sets of exercises, boom, 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 boom. And what you do is you rinse and repeat every week. Do that for 3 months, and wow, as I'm saying, talking to the clouds. I even talk to my car. Inanimate bloody object. I even talk to my car as if it is a real live being. Okay, so that's how bad it is. Okay, it really is extraordinary. Now then, the final 2 things are YouTube videos, The Tale of the Traveller and The Daisy Pond. The Tale of the Traveller, I put that one in there because, alright, the 2 of them I put them in there because it's very hard to teach the people that have never even attempted self-hypnosis, right? They're not even converted, right? And they're not experienced it at all. And they're quite frightened of the thought of trying to do self-hypnosis. Well, these two YouTube videos, all you have to play them. The first one is 8 minutes, the second one is 14 minutes. You play them, and you're actually taken through the process in a guided meditation fashion. First of all, it's by a couple of yogas, yogis, I should say. It's a yoga meditation, and the second one is pure self-hypnosis. Okay, it's the guy who teaches it is in fact a Buddhist monk. But even so, it's not religious in any sense. No, you don't know what it's not religious in any sense. It simply teaches you how to control your breathing. Imagine yourself walking down some steps, along a corridor, opening a door, and going out to see the beautiful countryside, and go swimming in a little pond called the Daisy Pond, and then exercising your imagination to do this, that, and the other, right? And you come back complete. You come out of it, he brings you back in, brings you back up the stairs, and brings you out of the trance, okay? And he says, okay, sit quiet for a minute, just feel relaxed. Just sit quiet, okay? So, and you need to sit quiet a minute because it is quite extraordinary. It is quite extraordinary. You actually, like, I use the expression cloud nine. You come down out of cloud, you put your feet back on the ground, but even with your feet on the ground now, you feel as if you're flying without wings, right? It's extraordinary, all right? So, but the thing is, as I say, it overcomes the problem of being unconverted and being inexperienced. So, I recommend, if any of you have any difficulty with any of this course, get those resources. Get a hold of them, write by them, study them. Okay, they may drag the course out a bit for you, but quite literally, you will fly through the course at the end of the day. And some of them, in fact, I'll be picking up on in later lectures. So I will be asking you to buy them in any case, right? Also, certainly our happiness and certainly the Sync Destiny. You certainly, I will be recommending those. I have no financial interest in them at all whatsoever. I don't get any money from recommending them to you. I will be recommending them to you because they have blown my goddamn mind, okay? And I want them to blow yours as well, because what I'm interested in is saving your life, right? Now then, the next slide is, as I say, it's only a blurb. It's only what we authors call back of book blurb. It just tells you who I am, what I do, and how to get in touch with me, basically. That's all it is. There's nothing more for me really to say, except I hope to see you at the start of lecture number 2 very soon. Bye bye for now. Cheerio.